Hey traders, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully everyone having a great day. I wanted to go through and do our Thursday live stream with you guys. Wanted to see how you guys are all doing, how you guys are all performing, enjoying all this activity as of late. There has been some wild activity. These kind of ranges is great for active traders. This is definitely a year for active traders. Not so much for swing traders or investors. But if you're an active trader, this is a great time while you get prepared and put cash on the side for when the real buying opportunity comes in. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and do a quick review of today's analysis, and then we can just go ahead and get on to the regular live stream. See what you guys have today as far as discussions, topics. You know, we had some some questions about how do we go ahead and use the yellow bar setups. So one of our members was asking. He's been away for a little bit, so we'll go ahead and get that answered along with go ahead and go through with this live stream today. One moment, guys. Go ahead and give me a quick sec. I'll put up the chart for you guys. All right, there we go. My apologies, guys. Gotta answer calls when they come in. So let's go ahead and do a quick review of today's analysis. All right. So this was today's morning analysis. This was posted apparently 4 hours ago, but it used to say the timestamp here. I'm not sure why they got rid of that. Quite interesting that they did. But it says here, SPY range today at 5/19/2022 says, good morning, traders. Hope you all had a restful evening and ready for today's action or lack thereof. Lack thereof, for that matter. We're either looking for some major move today or it was going to die down and become real choppy. And that's what ended up happening. So remember, the theme this week is pain week, and this by no means is done yet. Bulls ate a massive pie in the face yesterday as per the design of this week. Now this leaves two things unanswered. Will bears be eating a big pie today or tomorrow as well? There we go. Or tomorrow as well. Or number two, SPY date with destiny of 379.42 will be hit today or not. We will have to use the market ranges to guide us and tell us which side is winning. Just be ready for quick changes to dynamics and or headlines to be received in the market and move price in either direction. So, not bad. Oh, is my mic off again? No, there we go. Always got to make sure that mic is off. It likes to turn itself off. But SPY range today is 386.21 to 392.45, with SPY bulls seeking to get price above 392.45 and keep it above there all day today. SPY bulls closing the first 60-minute candles above 392.45 gives them some room to breathe and not really go anywhere. That obviously did not occur today. We actually ended up staying below the secondary price. So we'll show that here on the chart in a second. Says SPY bears, on the other hand, are currently smirking and happy with the volumes that entered the market yesterday. This gives them a state of euphoria that makes it very hard to replicate, and thus will need lots of volume today to really make any progress to the downside. SPY bears will be seeking to close every third 15-minute candle below 386.21, which gives them the fuel needed to try for a 60-minute close below 379.42. SPY bears closing a 60-minute candle below 379.42 opens the door for a break of 370.38. So let's go ahead and pull up the chart and take a look at that. One moment, guys. While I get that ready for you. All right, there we go. So here comes the chart. So what do we have today? The range today is 386.21 by 392.45. And we've just been sitting sideways in here. This blue line is kind of the, think of it like the intermediary line. right here, where you will see action. Either the more it stays below, more downward pressure. If it stays above, more upward pressure during consolidations. So like you see here, lots of downward pressure. You get a quick pop up, closes, prints this 392.45, top of the range, and immediate reversion back below. So now we have downward pressure on the market, keeping in mind that the overall thesis on the day is just this is the range for today. Once we break outside of this range, then we can extend either up here to this zone, or we'll beat down here to finish off our Destiny's print of 379.42. So not too bad overall today. We were looking for 15-minute closes below 386.21, did not occur, or preferably a 60-minute close above 392.45, which also did not occur. So with that, it kind of leaves us in a little bit of a limbo, not much to work with until we get outside those ranges. So we figured it'd be a good time to do our Thursday live stream, go through some analysis, some discussion. I know we have a position in BGXX, so we have a position in Tesla. Wanted to discuss that with you guys. See how BGXX is doing right now. BGXX, nice downfall today. It's what we were looking for. We discussed that in chat yesterday. And also wanted to go through our 2-bar plays today. Interesting setup today, since one of them ended up happening a little bit earlier in the day. I want to see if I could get that to show on the chart for you guys. And then also for some of you that are just coming into the room, we'll go ahead and discuss the 2-bar play from scratch. So let's go ahead and go through one by one. For those of you who will be looking at this video later on to become members, or for those of you current members who are relatively new and still having a hard time grasping. So let's pull that up for now. There we go. You should have the screen up. Yep. So this is your 2-bar play. So those of you who are looking to trade the E-minis, who are trading this particular setup on this strategy, what you're looking for here is the J9 trail. Okay, make sure you have that 1.1, not the other versions. So for this one, it's 1.1. And essentially what we're looking for is something like this. This is a good one. Right, there's some better ones. Let's go for an optimum one so you guys can see from scratch. I know we had one just the other day that we traded. Yeah, it was this one. So it's essentially kind of what we're looking for. This one's not really ideal because we didn't get the A formation. But let's look for one that gives us the A formation we look for. So this would be a good one. Okay, so essentially what you would want to see is first yellow bar come in this case was this one. And what you're going to see or look for is an A formation. This can be a lot of times a lot larger, a lot smaller, but essentially an A formation, right? That low of that yellow bar to be taken out on this right leg of that A. You get typically a little bit of consolidation phase, and then you'll have another yellow bar that comes in. When that yellow bar comes in, that's the one that is the long signal with your trailing stop. Okay, so what does that look like in play? It would look like this. So you would have your stops and targets on. Okay, once the second yellow bar forms, so let's go ahead and go through. Here, play. All right. Here we go. First yellow bar is forming. Pause it here. So pause there. Okay, so now first yellow bar has formed. So you're watching the chart. You're watching the chart. You have a yellow bar in this case. And right here, you get all this data populated. So once all this data populates, this is your bar number. This is your thresholds. Okay, ideally what you're looking for is threshold 1 to print and slightly spike it, and then threshold 2 to not print. Now, what does that look like? 1440. So you take the low of that yellow candle, like so. You set that to 1440. So in this case would be 14 and a half, like so, right there. And then the next one is 28.8. So we would do 28.75, 28.75 right there. Okay, now you sit there and you wait. What you're looking for is that low to be taken out, but ideally a little bit of liquidity to occur first. And that comes by way of this A formation and that right leg to be taken out. Okay, so like you see here, had the A formation, although this one was mini. We'll show you some other setups here in a second. So here goes, it's playing, it's playing. This purple line here is the suggested, the best possible risk versus reward entry, but on the second yellow bar. So now, remember we have threshold 1 here. So ideally what you're looking for is threshold 1 to spike or break a little bit, and then continue on. There we go. So I can pause it there. Pause it, pause it. Okay, there we go. So right now we are paused, and you can see how your trailing stops automatically set up, and your yellow bar has now taken place. So entry is purple line right here. I don't know if that's coming up in the video or not, but purple line or better, meaning anywhere down in this zone, with the red line being your initial trailing stop. Purple line is the structure. This tells you the trend. Okay, once the trend starts to form and you get some candles, if that purple line is broken, then that upward trend, or if it's a short position, downward trend, is no longer valid. Let's go ahead and hit play. Okay, so you're in, still in the position. Now you've taken profit. Remember, this is the E-mini, so every 5 points, 5 points, 10 points or so. There we go. You're taking more profit. Still holding a piece. And right there hits your red line. You're stopped out on the rest. Still makes for a very, very great trade there. And you're still in trend. Keep in mind of the structure. So what you do when you miss a trade like this, look at that baby go. Now you can see how the trailing stops are working along with it. And right there is the first pullback. You want that red line. Go ahead and break if you do not get stopped out there. Technically right there it didn't print. So depending if you got slippage, you would have got stopped out earlier there when I said that. But right there now for sure, right there you're stopped out. Still in trend because you're still above this purple line. All right, here we go. And right there you've taken a bunch more profits. Right there we would be out of the position. It's 5, 10, 30 points. And then if you got more contracts still, then you leave one running. Or at that point, it's your choice. 50 contracts or 50 points, 100 points, depending what you're looking for. If you're trying to go for 1% on an index or not. Kind of what it depends there for you. But you can see that as long as you're above that purple line, you're still in trend and still in structure. So still just waiting, waiting. Let that purple line be hit. And what that does is it lets you stay out of a short, right? Protects you from the downside, from being in a bad short, being, overzealous with your position size, trying to grab every pullback, This kind of tells you when the trend is starting to reverse. And right there, obviously that was the end of the day though, but as that hit, then that tells you that is the end of that particular trend, and or to go ahead and exit the position. Just get adjusted here while I'm moving around. All right, let's go ahead and stop the recording. Get rid of that. Okay, so that's kind of the basis of the play. So today we have that in a short trade actually. So we have a short first orange bar right here. Now right here provided a great short, but remember when they're compact and tight like this, you want to be quick on the trigger. So entry, make sure you're taking your profits, and you're not really looking for a full-on breakdown when they're quick like this, right? Compared to a move like this. And we've discussed that before in these videos where sometimes you'll have a 1, 2, 3 like this, right? The second bar plays really rather quickly. This gives you that A formation, and then you can take that third one, which in this case was a solid trade here. And what does that look like in real time? So once this orange bar forms, let's go ahead and do the replay again. Okay. So for the short trade, right now we're watching, waiting. Let's say you're sitting there waiting about 20 minutes in the day, 30 minutes into the day. You're sitting patiently. And right there's your first orange bar. So now you have that. That gives you your data set right here to work with. That is 1993. So in this case, we would do 20. So you would do 20 points from the high of that candle, which is what that gray line right there is. Okay, and then the next one would be 39.86, which would give us right there at 40 points. Okay, or roughly just over 1%. Okay, now you go ahead and hit play. So what you're looking for, remember, is the A formation, your short trade. So this is inverse. Okay, this right leg to be broken, and then inverted, and that second orange bar to come in like so, and then this is the leg you want to catch. So in this case, immediate push, no print, but very, very quick second bar. So you can take that and just be quick with your targets. But ideally, remember, you're looking for that threshold 1 to print. Apparently, everybody is going live right now because I'm getting a bunch of notifications of YouTube channels I watch and follow. So it must be live day. Go. So now you got some cushion on this trade. Now what you're still waiting for that orange bar to short the setup or the next yellow bar. Okay, remember we have that first yellow bar here. So you would need a formation, which we look something like this. That right leg to break, and then down here towards these thresholds before the next long area sets into play. So one of those two options. Now you have two valid setups on the table coming in, and you can see right here. Right there. Go ahead and pause it. Okay, that orange bar locks in. As soon as that orange bar locks in, keep in mind of the whole scenario of what you're doing, where you're at. Okay, so that way you don't have no emotions in the trade. You're not feeling hesitant. The trade is looking good. Everything you asked for is going on right here, right? A formation. Okay, nice A. Right leg broke, meaning the high was punctured. Threshold 1 was hit, and you got that orange bar. You spiked threshold 1 just by a hair. Let me get rid of some of this clutter. Okay, you spiked threshold 1 just by a hair. You got your orange bar right there. Okay, let's get rid of all that. You go ahead and set your stop, which in this case, your data set is over here on the right side. You go ahead and put in 22615 and make sure you flip it to the correct direction. In this case would be short, just like so. And then your entry would be the best risk versus reward entry would be this purple line. So there's a lot of purple on my screen, so I'll zoom in. But there's a purple line right there. You can see it better on right here. So right there. So that's what the purple line looks like. Okay, and then it'll populate here on your price scale. So 39.3150 in this case, or better, would be your entry. And your stop is this red line right there. Okay, so that gives you roughly, in this particular case, about a 10-point stop to start. Given the recent volatility, it's rather small. Okay, let's hit play. Now you've gone ahead and taken plenty of profits here. So you're in, you took 5, you took 10, That covers your cost of the trade. Now your stop has moved down with you. There we go, still in the trade. You might have got hit there on slippage, but right there you would have got stopped out on the rest for a profit. And as long as you're below structure, you're still in. So if you start looking like you want to re-enter, you can go ahead and re-enter on that bar and keep riding this thing down as long as you are below the purple line. Now, some people do ask, why don't I use the purple line as the stop? Yes, you can. Nothing wrong with that. Just to keep in mind that you're risk versus reward. So it depends on the type of trader. This is why we built this way, because we have multiple trader types. Some people are more risk adverse. Some people want to just take the profit. Like right here's a few $1,000 day just in this move. Okay. Otherwise, if not, then what you're looking for is, let me pause that there for a sec. So now you have had taken profit once, twice, got stopped out in profit on your last piece. If you went ahead and re-added, as long as you're below structure, now your risk is again 10 points, but you take a smaller size, right? Let's say you initially had 5 contracts. Now I'm only taking 3 on this secondary entry, risking that if you're looking for more. Okay, just depends on your experience level and what you're looking for to bring out of the trade. That is why we built it this way. Okay, this is the most ideal risk versus reward, is keeping just this red line only. Okay, that stops you out, and now you've had a great day there. If you want to hold a trailer, let's say you had 4 contracts or 5 contracts here, right? 10 contracts, whatever your risk tolerance is. You've taken profits at 5, taken profits at 10, got reduced some risk on the stop out here, but you're still below structure, so you leave 1 or 2 on and see what happens. In this case, would have rewarded you handsomely. There we go. In this case, would have rewarded you handsomely and kept going all the way until when? Let's see. Still in. Now keep in mind, it doesn't look like much on this chart in my demonstration, but this is 30, 40, 50 points percent on an index. That is wild, guys. Even if you got stopped out, let's say you obviously didn't take that low, nobody grabs the exact low. Right here at this purple line, now the structure's starting to change, so you would take profit there. That is about 26 points on your last contract, your last piece of the position, whatever that position was for you. Okay, so that goes ahead and makes it a wonderful trade. Oh, what do we have here? Looks like I got trades going through. We do have an automated system for members as well. That is this one. Let's go ahead and watch this and manage this. Don't think I got filled on that though. No, I did not get filled. One sec, guys. So this is an automated bot that does all the trading on this one. And no, I am not filled on this. So quite unfortunate. Nice move there too. Very nice move. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel this order. For those of you members, if you guys have the bot, there goes the profit target. So now you definitely want to cancel the pending order. Pending order for the fill was right there. Did not get filled, just by a hair. So orders are now canceled in that one. What a great trade. Had to be quick on that one apparently though. Hence why that one is automated and a bot that trades it. Pretty cool. Just unfortunate not to be in. Okay, so let's go back to our normal setup that we would be trading. There we go. See, so now for sure you are stopped out there. On the rest, like I said, about half a percent on an index, roughly right around 26, 30 points. So great trade, great setup. Glad for those of you who caught that. That was an amazing trade. Let's go ahead and stop the replay feature. Okay, we can disable these. We're not using these for now. And threshold has already been hit. Let's go ahead and remove the thresholds. There we go. That now leaves us with just a plain chart. So the next available trade setup. Now all the thresholds have been hit for the short, and the next available setup is going to be this big A formation here. So it's going to look like this. Here's that first yellow bar. Here is our A. Okay, we've seen this before, guys. Go down, consolidate, right up in here is what we're looking for that next yellow bar. If that does not occur, that's okay. So far today, we have already gone with one trade. Wasn't that great of a trade. Let me see. Let me pull that up for you guys. Move around these screens a bit. So I can't say it was that great of a trade. There was nothing wrong with it. It's just one of those days where I don't really feel like being in the hot seat today. So only green 187 today, 187.50. Just quite small for us, but no biggie. I'll show you guys the trade I took on that one. Oh no, what did I do? There we go. So I'll show you guys the trade, which was a rather quick one. I was looking for this continuation to go up. So let's just go ahead. You can see the orders are filled here, but this was at 8:52 a.m. So let's pull the chart back up. 8:52. That was a long trade right here. So I was looking for a move like this, an upward move. Just we had some alerts on our other systems that was telling us we're going to get a push up. So I tried to grab that entry exactly at, entry was 8:52 change. So that was this candle here. Tried to grab that, took some profit, added back in, took a little bit of profit, got stopped out on this wick. Did not have the trailing stop set up on this one as of yet. Was looking for more of a quicker move, so kind of an error on my part. Probably the only thing I could say about this one today was a little bit more patience. But been on fire for the past week or two. Just kind of been trading everything. We got multiple accounts we trade. So I think today was just kind of a brain hazy day today. Been feeling not bad, but not in the hot seat today either. Not in the driver's seat. You know, kind of, you got to come in. If you're a trader, you guys know what it's like. You got to come in, feel like you're ready to conquer the world each and every single day. And today was just not feeling it. Kind of was like, I should be out working on the yard or out riding the quads or fishing or something. So my mind was just not in it today. So after that mess up on that trade, just went ahead and called it a day. You guys can see all the accounts right there. So the small account right there, that one's up 830. The Apex accounts, this one traded that yesterday, traded this one yesterday. So those two are nice green. This one is almost funded. That one's up 800. This is Sim, so disregard that. This is our performance account. This is the one that got funded on Apex. So this one actually went ahead and did very well. We're glad on that one. That one's actually funded. And this is the second Apex 300 account that we are trading. Going to go ahead and get that one funded as well. Overall, not bad. Just going to go ahead and be back at it tomorrow. Finish off this live stream with you guys, and then maybe we'll go fishing or ride the quads or something. Get away from the desks. That best trade of the day was this one here. That was a great, great short. Following all the rules as discussed, would have made for a great day. Even though did not catch that, still feel very proud with today. Today was actually an amazing day for one of our members. I believe he said it was a record day. That is just, that right there is why we do all this and what keeps us going every morning. Okay, we've been doing this long enough now where we can trade a little bit, go off about our day, help our new hires, help our clients do other things. But this actual retail level, helping out people has been really, really great and rewarding. So somebody ended up catching this whole move to this yellow bar, which in itself was something like and 25 points of that, depending where exactly they exited. I don't know his exit price, but he did say it was a record day for him. So very proud of that. Good job to you. Good job to you. That right there keeps us inspired to keep doing more and more of this for you guys. So let's go ahead and have a quick overall market discussion. Okay, what are we looking for in the overall markets? If you guys remember from last week's live stream, we started to talk about oil. Okay, what you're looking for here is oil to take this is a big long consolidation phase, so you want to see another nice leg. Okay, another nice leg like that, which is going to go ahead and drop the SPY. Okay, that SPY is going to go down, and once you see oil make this turn, whether it's 150, 160, 170, 130, whatever that turning point is, and what that turning point will look like, it's going to be something like this. Okay, you can call this a head and shoulders, but it'll look something like this. This, if you read the definition of a head and shoulders, this does not match as a head and shoulders. The actual old school way of doing this, which is the way we do things. So, but something like this is what you're looking for out of that oil chart. Okay, so you're gonna look for a nice another leg. This is going to provide us a nice another leg. You're gonna get some little pullback. It's gonna give you another pop. That's where everyone gets their early shorts and all the hedgers and positioners. That's where they start to position. Then you get that nice move. Then this one is the one you want to see start to fail, roll over. You'll get another quick pop up, something like that. And right there's where you want to see that roll. Once we get to that rolling point, then you'll see the SPY you will see that SPY doing something like so. You're going to see some quick peaks, right? And then you're going to have a big drop somewhere, whatever the number is. These are not calculations, obviously. I'm just hand drawing this. But whatever the number is, then you're going to see a wicking day, and you're going to see a big body, and you're going to see another wicking day. And that right there is where we'll be looking to get started, right here in this zone, as oil is making that turn that we just discussed. Okay, what might be called as a head and shoulders. So that's kind of what we'll be looking for in that formation in particular. So the numbers we have on our board are currently, let me pull those up and take a look. 364.68. Let's pull that up. 364.68. 68. So that one's actually not far off. Then our next number series we have is 33239. So 33239. 33239. So depending on what information our systems gives us and our models give us in this zone here where we get these closes, then that'll either drive us up in the upward direction with that oil formation that we just showed you. This will be our zone of purchase with, that candle formation we just discussed with you. Wiccan day, that Wiccan day with a big body to fail, something like that, right? Something along those lines we'll be looking for. Whether the price goes up now or not, but something along those lines. Now, if we lose that, we're going to go ahead and be looking for, as unfortunate as this sounds to most, next price is going to be 219.67. So that is very, very plausible if we cannot hold this zone and build structure. We might spike it, we might print it, we might push. We'll find out more as we get there and our models are giving us more information. But that puts us roughly about 50% or so, 50% downfall, which, given everything we got with inflation and economics going on, especially around the world, more importantly, what a lot of people don't pay attention to is the stuff going on around the world. And I don't mean Ukraine, that's got too much headlines to it. So at this point, all that's priced in, doesn't really matter. But all the other little things in China, all the other little things in Germany, all the things going on around the world is actually going to play a big, big part. So that's kind of what we'll be looking for, be about a 50% drop. So yes, qualifies as a recession, but nonetheless, that'll be our zone where we'll be purchasing. So not too shabby there. Let's go back and see how that setup is doing. What a great setup there. Good job to you guys who got that one. Okay, but that's what we're looking for in the overall SPY. Kind of a scenario like that. Now remember, we discussed this, I don't know, past 2-3 streams. Let's see. I can go ahead. Let's look at this a different way. Sometimes people absorb the information a little bit better. Okay, let's get rid of everything. None of this is needed. Okay, so, okay, those of you who know charts, what does this chart tell you here? You have the initial move, okay, the retracement, where everything looks scary. So in this scary zone, you get a lot of volatility, okay? Just like we did here and other zones. And we'll go back and look a little bit further. Okay, and what is this phase right here? That is your hope phase, okay? We've been discussing this with you guys on these live streams. Let me see if I can get that pulled up. And let me move that over here for you. Here we go. Okay. Now, what does that look like? Put that right in place. Okay, this is just how markets work, guys. I know everyone on CNBC, everyone and their mother saying we're not in a recession, the consumer this, strong economy this. Nope, this is the phase we are in. I have to keep moving on screen every time I want to slide it, otherwise it'll disappear. But there we go. Okay, got the nice rally. Come back down. Volatility starts. You get that little return to normal hope phase, which we saw all over the media, all over CNBC, all over YouTube. Every YouTube channel and their mother. Kathy Wood is buying this. Kramer says this. This person says that. Tom Lee is doing this. These are all the subtle signs that this is the phase you are in. Okay, and right now we are in the fear phase. Everything is really, really scary here. Okay, you're seeing this all over everywhere with the talk of the recession. Now this can come back up. If this does come back up, meaning that we are still in the bull trap phase. This comes back up, we get what might be in this return to normal. If that has not happened already, which looks like it has from everything we're seeing, not just on this chart, but in all of our models and our data. Because if this was to come up now and do something like this, and that just leads for further downside. Okay, but let me pull that up again. So soon here we'll start to capitulate, and then now notice the trend. Okay, so in this case would be this line here. If we start to see this capitulation and this line of return to the mean it does not hold, or this whole zone that we're anticipating here, this is where you're going to see that despair phase. Okay, this is going to be the blow off phase, which is going to look like what we have down here, at 219.67. So it's going to look something like, right, you'll start to see some capitulation. This will just get no uplift. We'll get some type of a small baby retracement, and that despair phase kicks in. So this here, all this zone, will be where people start buying in. Your funds, your big banks, your hedge funds, That's what you'll be looking for. That'll be the despair phase where return to normal starts to set in. Now, again, these are just lines I'm drawing, but remember, these are all days. So this is going to take over a year to fully complete, and then another year or two before we start to see that despair phase to come in. Okay, so we're not going to see another V bottom like March. Okay, this is going to be from where we are now to when we start to see that rolling bottom. Okay, you'll start to see however the candles exactly form and wherever it stops at. Once it stops, you're going to see a big rolling bottom, something like this. Okay, so to put that into perspective, something like this. Let's say this breaks, we get the nice despair zone. Okay, this will start more volatility down here. We'll get a spike. This will start to look like this. This will get some move up. It'll come back down. And all that is forming that rounding bottom. That's what you're looking for. This is where the majority of your wealth is going to be built for the next 10, 15, 20 years, whatever it takes to get back up to new highs or higher. Okay? So not too bad, not too shabby. Every now and then it's good to go ahead and switch your charts to the line charts. We do not trade off of these, but these are great, great tools for analysis. So I would highly suggest you guys use these line charts at different point in times throughout your trading career, when you're doing your nightly analysis, even if it's just on a weekly basis. We'll typically go through line charts every Sunday night. So when you see us come in, we're talking about in the chat room, we're going through line charts and our normal charting and running our models to prepare for the week ahead. All right. Let me put all that back. So hopefully that happens. That's going to be a great, great time to start to get into the markets. Remember, for those of us members, I know some of you have not been around long enough, but I think we sold out. This is October. So we actually had, this is December. So it was somewhere like December, November, right here, maybe October, November, somewhere in here when we started to go ahead and exit our long positions because we saw this coming. Went ahead and put our report to our members, put out the this exact formation, this head and shoulders, put out some images of what was our models predicting. Our models went ahead and predicted this head and shoulder. For those of you members, you guys remember this. Went ahead, the chart of it is green. We went ahead and put that out that we would see something like this. So we started to go ahead and exit our long terms right in this zone. So, and we'll be doing that same thing. We'll be grabbing some long terms down here with that previous discussion we just had. That also includes cryptos. So for a lot of you crypto traders out there, what we're looking for on the crypto. Okay, we'll be grabbing some XRP, of course. XRP is going to be one of our staples. We'll be grabbing some ETH, some Ethereum down in this zone, and we'll be grabbing some HNT. These are our three for now. Not interested in any of the others. We're going to see a mass liquidation of the market in general, the crypto market. So what everyone right now is fighting for is liquidity, right? Liquidity, stability, and expansion. There's very few companies out there that have the ability to expand. There's some good tech out there, there's some good stuff being built, but they just don't have the scalability. Okay, we've ran our models, we've talked to a lot of the creators, a lot of the CEOs, just scalability for the long term is just not there. For a lot of the cryptos, like 90% of the cryptos are just going to go under, whether they have good projects or not. Okay, they're either going to be consolidated, meaning you're going to start seeing other companies start buying other companies, start buying bigger companies, are going to start buying all the smaller companies. So you're going to see consolidation of the market, which is a good thing, right? But just in the short term, it hurts because people are going to get burned on cryptos that they are holding. But overall, that is a positive for the market. We want to see some consolidation. We want to see some regulation. We want this to start to come into fruition, and we will see much higher prices on Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, HNT, stuff that has utility, scalability, and wide adoption capabilities. Okay, that's what you're looking for if you're long term. If you're just trading this for the week or so, then you can go ahead and follow your technical analysis and trade it. So for us, this is still some of the ones that we're looking for long term. Our models on XRP is at minimum going to be projecting. Did I put it up on the chart already? No. So I believe it was 1023, 1023, 1022, something like that, that our models are showing for XRP. So that's going to be one great trade. So, and we have an error correlation in our model, roughly about 10% or so. So let's say the model is wrong. We don't get to 1023. I mean, heck, even $5, right? Let's take away a 50% cut from that. A $5 move from down here where we'll be buying. We'll be buying down here at 30 cents and below, all the way up until 60, 70 cents, 70 cents. We will stop our purchases, but need to start picking some up here below 30. So between 30 and 70 is going to be our low range. And this is going to be a hold until something fundamental changes with the company. See how the SEC lawsuit works out. See what type of wide adoption starts to come into play. We want to see more and more countries start accepting this for cross payment capabilities, which is going to be a good thing. All right, and our models are, like I said, projecting just about $10.23, 22 cents, something like that. So let's say the model is completely wrong, 100%, it's 100% wrong. We only get up to $2, $3, whatever it is. Even then, it's going to be one massive move. So we're going to try to grab a few million of these if we can. So even at, let's say $3. Our models, our systems are, all of the projections are wrong. That's still over 700%. So we're definitely going to be picking up a lot of this. We shall see. How is the trade? So more sideways action. Still no yellow bar. Still no orange. No more orange setups. So great orange setup for you guys if you traded that today, even on a slow, choppy day. Okay. Remember, we are range traders here. Our strength is in our systems, our models, and our ranges. Okay. We know what every number means and what the next sequence is. So days like this actually makes it for some of the most profitable days when most people get chewed up and most people are struggling. Most people hate days like this and call them choppy. Why? Because they're not getting the fun, exciting, directional moves that do this, right? Yeah, that's exciting, but real money is made in days like this. Okay, like for us, we typically trade large contract size, but even if you're a smaller trader, let's say you just got one ES contract. Okay, you hit the trailing stop, there goes 15 points. Okay, here goes the other trade. Again, 15 points. So you got that long that we were looking at earlier. Another 20 points. So these are great days. We do come down here and get the second yellow bar set up before the end of the day. That's going to be a great trade as well. We shall see. But for now, I think that was all we had to discuss today. I wanted to go over the overall markets a little bit. Wanted to go over cryptos a little bit. See what our thesis is on what we're looking for the turn and when we start to find a bottom in the markets. Again, it's going to be based on this oil, the world commodity. Remember that BGXX from yesterday? Ooh. Apple hit the 136.68 for those of you members. Pay attention there. Let's see if we go ahead and get this break of 133.35. That should make for a nice downturn in the market. Very nice downturn in the market. But if you guys are in here and watching and learning, would greatly appreciate a like and comment. Start getting the YouTube algorithm to go ahead and pick some of these up. Start pushing these out to more and more traders. That way we can start doing more and more live streams for you guys. We do plan on doing our trading live. Just kind of got to get the demand for it. So appreciate that, you guys. And let's go ahead and see what's going to happen here. Other than that, we got a few more minutes left on today's stream. If you guys got any charts you want me to look at, any discussions, any topics you want to know about, any of our indicators you want an example of, now's the time. Let's go ahead and do the last 10 minutes of Q&A, discussions, chart review, maybe a trade review you did. Now would be the great time for that. So we want to try to set out about 15 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes every Thursday during the live streams to answer everyone's questions. Keep in mind that if you are looking to join at any point in time, take advantage of the code J7Day for $9.99 for 7-day trial into our services. It gives you all of the scripts, gives you the chat room analysis day in and day out, along with our day-to-day commentary. So don't forget that. So let's go ahead and we will wait to see if any questions populate. Otherwise, we will go ahead and cut out the stream here at 2:30. Where's that main screen? Any Rocket Leaguers out there? You guys are always welcome to join as well. We have a whole Rocket League community as well, group of traders and Rocket Leaguers. So got to do something to keep your mind active. So what we like to do is read Call of Duty, Rocket League, play chess. If you're a trader, you should always be looking to keep your mind active and looking for information. Okay? We actually have an in-house psychologist, in-house therapist, an in-house performance coach. So these are all great tools that you need as a trader to have in your corner. Maybe some of you are avid readers, or maybe some of you like something chess, checkers, Sudoku, something that is keeping your mind active. Remember, you're looking at candle pattern formations each and every single day in the market. So you need to work and exercise that mental muscle. It's not just going to come from looking at charts all day. You have to be able to keep up that mental state of constantly scanning and looking for high pace activities. There's some good phone apps you can use. I think one of our guys has a weird phone app that he plays. It's like some brain puzzle game that he plays. He's not much of a Call of Duty or racer type guy, so oops. Yeah, I was trying to hit him. ShareStream is actually offering a good payment service as well too, so we might actually start streaming at nights during our night analysis, night meetings, etc. Start streaming on ShareStream. We shall see. Oh, that was a lucky shot. Ah. See if we get another trade set up. I'd like to catch a live trade every Thursday. That'd be great for you guys, and then we could talk through it, see what we were seeing and why. So far, looking like a slow day. We're not getting really that recovery of that 379.45 zone, so we'll see what ends up happening with that. But that might provide an end of the day flush if bulls can't get above that. We shall see. Damn it, missed. That's a shot. Ah, missed. Ah, I missed. No, oh, he won that one. 5 point. All right, that makes it 12:30, guys.